Boom bop, boom bop. Welcome back to another day on this podunk planet. My oh my, what a time to be alive. So I had a dream last night. And I'm gonna share it with y'all um, because I have already shared most of my mother wound with y'all. But here is another layer that I did not account for, and I feel like eldest daughters will really relate to this and understand what I'm saying. It's so unfortunate. So in my dream last night, I was sitting in my old living room, I think, and I heard a commotion, and it was my younger self. I heard a commotion coming from like the back of our house, and I distinctly remember like getting up and like trying to get closer to hear what was going on. And behind the door, and it was a green door. There are no green doors in my house, so I don't even know why I was dreaming about a green door. But behind the green door was my mom beating my younger brother's ass. And like at 10, maybe 12, I feel like I was 12. I feel like I was older. Maybe even 14. I definitely feel like I was older. But I was like charging towards the door, ready to bust it down and beat my mom's ass for touching my younger brother. Because again, there's never a reason for any of what she did. None of it. And there isn't a reason for any adult to be putting their hands on any child. That just really needs to be said. And like I sat there, so I woke up as soon as like I charged the door, right? And after I woke up, like I was just kind of like laying in bed thinking like, one, what the fuck was that? Two, why am I thinking about that? And when I was in Pattaya a few weeks ago, I had a visit to the temple for goddess Kali, and we had a whole vibe. And I was told that she was going to break all illusion, and that is exactly what she is doing. And so, like, I had to sit, and I like the more I thought about it and trying to kind of identify the feelings I was feeling, it definitely had a lot to do with survivor guilt, but like, one, I still have pent up resentment towards my mother. I think I always will. And it is what it is. But it really was the fact that, like, at 12, I thought if I was bigger, stronger, faster, like, I could beat her, right? Like, I mean, physically, but like, all this madness would end. And I think that's why I found solace in athletics, because it provided me with that opportunity to become bigger, stronger, and faster. And she stopped beating my ass when I turned around 16, because that's when like I was peak. I was still a little bit taller than her, but like now, like I had the mass to back it up. So like, you want to start something, I'm gonna finish it. And how that kind of translated, and the way like she really is making me unpack all this, how this translated into my life later on, is that like I always felt like there was a duty for me to save everyone, right? Like, because I never had anyone to save me. So like I might have intervened in situations that I had no business intervening in. I'm still thankful that I intervened, because like people are alive because of that. But like, there were just things that like I didn't need to be doing, because again, it all stemmed from me not being protected when I was younger. And I became my protector. And I think that's why, like, ugh, I think that's why that kind of resurfaced for me. Um, and like my brother's grown, like people are grown now, right? So like that won't ever happen again. But like I think just the pure delusion that at my age I thought I could stop a grown woman from making decisions is crazy work. And I know there are a lot of younger adults that are out there that have kind of weirdly adopted the same mentality in hopes that whatever madness in their household would stop. And I know a lot of young men take up boxing because they're doing it to survive whatever is happening in their household. Young women too, but definitely more young men than anything. So I'm sharing that because I'm still working through and unpacking it all, because like that was like a major kind of realization to have that I have still been sitting on. And it's not so much that I'm still like angry about it. It more or less is that like I couldn't save my brother. I can't save people. And I also need to sit with the fact that there is going to be a day that I am going to be the executioner, right? Like I'm going to be the one causing the pain. And I can't back off because someone is, you know, crying. Not crying, but like, you know, it's a whole complicated thing that I'm saying here, which is not too complicated. So I'm being toughened up by the universe, literally. And that's why, like, I have to figure a lot of things out. Oh, I have to figure a lot of things out. But I wanted to share that because, again, I said I was going to share my life, unpack things with y'all because things need unpacking. And if you made it to the end, hopefully you got something from that. But yeah, no, shadow work is not easy. It sucks. It never kind of ends. But you just have to keep doing it because it means you become your best version. And that is the only thing I'm striving for these days. So, whew, yeah, that's what I'm sitting on. Y'all stay safe or don't.